There comes a point in every person's life where they begin to question the relentless running, the endless striving, the constant pushing that the world has trained them to believe is necessary for success. A point when the noise becomes too loud, the pressure becomes too heavy, and the pursuit begins to feel more like exhaustion than ambition. And in this quiet moment, deep within your own awareness, you whisper a question you've been afraid to ask. What if the things meant for me were never meant to be chased? What if the love you're trying so desperately to earn? What if the opportunities you're stretching yourself thin to obtain? What if the peace you're begging life to give you were all things that could only show up once you stopped sprinting after them? This is the heart of the message I'm going to share with you. A message rooted in psychology, self-mastery, emotional maturity, and the laws of how human beings truly function in this world. A message wrapped in one powerful truth. You do not attract by chasing. You attract by becoming. And today, we will peel back the layers, slowly, carefully, honestly, to understand why the things that are truly yours do not need to be forced, begged for, or hunted down. They will simply find their way to you when you are aligned with them. Part 1. The paradox of chasing. If you want someone to run away from you, chase them. If you want an opportunity to slip through your fingers, cling to it. If you want a dream to feel forever out of reach, obsess about it. The moment you need something to make you whole, the moment you depend on it for identity, validation, or purpose, you create energetic tension. This tension is felt not only by others, but by yourself. Think of every time you felt anxious waiting for a message, hoping someone would choose you, praying that someone would approve of you, or desperately wishing someone would stay. The chase doesn't feel like love. It doesn't feel like confidence. It doesn't feel like trust in the flow of life. It feels like fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of being overlooked. Fear of not being good enough. Fear of being forgotten. Fear of missing out on something you believe you can't replace. And fear is the fastest way to push away the very things you want. Chasing signals insufficiency. Chasing signals insecurity. Chasing signals, I don't believe I already deserve what I'm running after. And people can sense it. Life responds to it. Your own inner state reflects it back to you. The truth is, chasing is rooted in the belief that you are not enough as you are. So you try to outrun the feeling of inadequacy by running towards something you hope will fix it. But nothing you chase can ever heal what you refuse to face within yourself. Part 2. What you chase, you repel. Let's examine human behavior. When something is chasing you, whether it's a dog, a stranger, or even a problem, you instinctively run. You withdraw. You protect yourself. Now turn that logic around. When you chase love, the person on the receiving end feels pressured, overwhelmed, and cornered. Even if they like you, they may pull back because your energy makes them feel like they carry the responsibility for your happiness. When you chase validation, people feel the weight of your expectations and subconsciously choose to give it to someone who doesn't demand it. When you chase opportunities, employers, clients, or partners sense desperation, even if you try to hide it with confidence. And when you chase peace, your mind becomes louder, more restless, more chaotic. The more you force, the more resistance you create. This is why your greatest breakthroughs often happen when you finally stop forcing outcomes. When you take a step back, when you reclaim your energy, when you let things unfold instead of tearing them open. Many people misunderstand not chasing as laziness or giving up. But it's not giving up. It's leveling up. Because it takes far more strength to let go than it does to cling. It takes maturity to say, I don't need to force what is naturally mine. Part 3. The psychology of attraction. To attract is to become a magnet for the things aligned with your identity. This begs an important question. What are you currently attracting? Before you answer, think about this truth. You will always attract at the level of your self-worth. If you believe you are undeserving, you will attract people who confirm that belief. If you think you must chase to be chosen, you'll meet people who make you chase. If you believe love is scarce, you'll fall for people who withhold it. If you believe opportunities are rare, you'll cling to the smallest ones. If you believe you're not enough, you'll find yourself fighting for scraps of attention, affection, or respect. Attraction is not a mystical force. It's the reflection of what you subconsciously believe you deserve. But once you shift your identity, once you recognize your worth, once you develop internal strength, once you cultivate emotional maturity, the entire world shifts with you. People treat you differently, opportunities respond differently, life flows differently. This is why the phrase, "Don't chase, attract," is not a slogan, it's a transformation of self. Part 4. The Power of Stillness. We live in a culture that glorifies motion. People think rushing equals progress. People think movement equals productivity. People think noise equals importance. But stillness, true stillness, is one of the most powerful states a human can cultivate. Stillness does not mean doing nothing. It means doing only what aligns with who you are and letting the rest fall away. Stillness is saying, I will not fight for a place in someone's life. I will not force doors that are not meant for me. I will not run after people who do not choose me. I will not attach my worth to outcomes I cannot control. I will not chase anything that compromises my peace. When you embrace stillness, the things meant for you show up without chaos, without pressure, without confusion. The Stoics understood this deeply. They taught that true strength is the ability to remain unmoved by external chaos, to maintain inner equilibrium regardless of circumstance. And when your inner state is calm and collected, you stop repelling what's meant for you and begin to attract it naturally. Stillness creates clarity. Clarity creates direction. Direction creates alignment. Alignment creates attraction. Part 5. Alignment versus attachment. Let's talk about two words often used interchangeably but fundamentally different: attachment and alignment. Attachment says, I need this to feel whole. I need this person to validate me. I need this job to prove myself. I need this outcome to be happy. Attachment is rooted in fear. Alignment says, I am whole, and this is simply an extension of who I already am. What is meant for me will flow into my life naturally. I don't force, I attract. Alignment is rooted in trust. Attachment pulls you into the chase. Alignment turns you into a magnet. When you're aligned, you don't beg for attention. You don't cling to people. You don't fear losing opportunities. You don't attempt to prove your worth through external things. You know that what is meant for you cannot be manipulated or taken away. And what is not meant for you will never stay, no matter how tightly you hold on to it. Attachment makes you chase things that aren't yours. Alignment brings you the things that are. Part 6. The beauty of letting go. One of the most powerful yet painful truths in life is this: you cannot receive what's meant for you while holding on to what isn't. Letting go is not losing. Letting go is clearing space. When you keep holding on to people who drain your energy, opportunities that limit your growth, dreams that no longer reflect who you are, habits that sabotage your potential, environments that suffocate your evolution, you block the flow of what could transform your life. Life has a rhythm, a mysterious but intelligent ordering, a sequence of quiet transitions designed to shape you, but you must allow it. You must release the versions of yourself that no longer serve your future self. You must release the people who belong in your memory, not your destiny. You must release the need to control things you were never meant to control. Letting go is not a weakness. Letting go is wisdom. Because sometimes the thing you're holding on to is the very thing blocking what you're waiting for. Part 7. Who you become is what you attract. You don't attract what you want. You don't even attract what you chase. You attract what you are. If you want love, become love. If you want respect, embody respect. If you want peace, cultivate peace. If you want financial stability, develop habits that mirror stability. This is how attraction works. Your external world becomes a mirror reflecting your inner world. This is why two people can desire the same thing and yet attract completely different results. One person desires with desperation, the other desires with certainty. One person desires from emptiness, the other desires from completeness. One person chases, the other attracts. Your identity, your beliefs, habits, emotional patterns, and inner dialogues creates a gravitational field around you. If that field is rooted in fear, scarcity, insecurity, desperation, you repel the very things you pray for. But if that field is rooted in confidence, clarity, self-worth, emotional maturity, inner peace, life responds in ways that feel almost magical, not because it is magic, but because you are finally aligned. Part 8. The universe moves toward you when you stop moving against yourself. The world is not withholding things from you. More often, you are withholding yourself from them. You create resistance when you overthink fear outcomes, doubt yourself, replay your past, carry emotional baggage, chase in desperation, force timing, try to control everything. These internal barriers interrupt the flow of life's natural unfolding. When you let go, when you trust, when you surrender your grip on how things should happen, you remove these barriers. And once the resistance is gone, things begin to move toward you effortlessly, not because you manipulated life, but because you stopped interfering with its natural course. You let go of who you think you should be. You let go of what you cannot control. You let go of timelines, expectations, and fears. You let go of forcing outcomes. You become receptive. You become open. You become a vessel for alignment. And in this openness, what belongs to you finds its way with surprising ease. Part 9. Rewriting the story of self-worth. People chase when they believe they are not worthy of being chosen. Let that sink in. A person with self-worth knows they are valuable. And valuable things are not thrown at anyone. Valuable things are not desperate. Valuable things do not beg for space. Valuable things do not force themselves into people's lives. Gold doesn't advertise itself. Diamonds don't beg to be selected. A masterpiece does not chase viewers. Its value speaks for itself. So the real question becomes, are you living like something valuable or like something disposable? Because the way you treat yourself sets the standard for how the world treats you. If you tolerate disrespect, you attract disrespect. If you tolerate inconsistency, you attract inconsistency. If you tolerate breadcrumbs, you attract people who give breadcrumbs. If you tolerate chaos, you attract chaotic environments. You teach others how to treat you by how you treat yourself. Self-worth is the foundation of attraction. When you know who you are, you stop fearing what you might lose. And when you stop fearing loss, you stop chasing. And when you stop chasing, what is meant for you finally has the space to arrive. Part 10. Patience, the art of timing. The right things require the right timing. You may think you're ready for something, but life sees further than you can. What you desire may require a stronger version of you, a wiser version, a more disciplined version, a more self-aware version. Sometimes the delay is not rejection, it is preparation. When you chase, you rush timing. When you attract, you trust timing. There is a deep intelligence guiding the unfolding of your life. But you can only experience it when you step out of the frantic rush and into the grounded calm of trust. What is meant for you is never early, never late. It arrives precisely when you have become the person capable of receiving it. Chasing says, I want it now, at any cost, even if I'm not ready. Attraction says, I am preparing myself. I trust the timing. I know it will arrive when it should. Patience is not passive, it is powerful. And when you master patience, you master attraction. Part 11. The detachment principle. Many people misunderstand detachment. Detachment does not mean not caring. Detachment does not mean apathy. Detachment does not mean giving up. Detachment means you stop trying to control outcomes that were never yours to control. Detachment means I give my best and then I let go. I am responsible for my effort, not the result. I do not cling. I do not chase. I do not beg. You detach from the desire to possess and shift into the capacity to receive. Desire is natural. Attachment is what corrupts desire. Detachment is what purifies it. Once you release the fear of losing something, you become free. And in that freedom, you attract with far more power than chasing could ever achieve. Part 12. The things meant for you cannot be lost. Let's end with the truth this entire message rests upon. What is meant for you cannot be taken. What is not meant for you cannot be kept. Life does not operate on your panic. Life does not bend to your desperation. Life does not answer to your fear. But life, mysteriously, beautifully, precisely, delivers what aligns with your path once you stop interfering with the journey. You will not lose the opportunities that were meant to shape you. You will not lose the relationships meant to love you. You will not lose the chapter meant to unfold for you. What is yours is already moving toward you. You do not need to chase it. You only need to become someone capable of receiving it. Because the truth is simple. The moment you stop running after the wrong things, the right things catch up to you. The moment you stop chasing the world, your world begins to find you. The moment you step into alignment, what belongs to you recognizes you, and when the timing is right, when your spirit is ready, when your mind is steady, when your heart is open, what is meant for you will not run. It will not hide. It will not slip away. It will simply find you.